Hey, Mike from HIllside Hives. I've checked the Mini-Nucs, just an update on the Mini-Nucs today. I showed you the video, the last video was of the feeding system. You can see I've installed it here. I was going to video me going into here, but it's just way too cold and windy, and I didn't want to spend too much time just with one person videoing and trying to get in there. When it's warmer, I will video going into these Mini-Nucs. Unfortunately, I have sad news. This Mini-Nuc, they died. So it had to have been exposure to the cold. The other three were fine. This one, the queen cage fell to the bottom, and they were all clustered on the bottom. So again, remember I said one time they'll all go up here to stay warm. In the bottom, I think they were just exposed to too much of the cold nights that we had, and they died. Unfortunately, very upset about that. The other three are doing great. I'll wait and I'll clean this one out in a couple days and get ready for the two others that are coming in 2 weeks. I'm hoping the weather should improve by then, so we'll have a little bit warmer temperatures and I won't have to worry about these cold temperatures and getting these bees through the cold temperatures. And I'll have my system set up on these other two nucs where the feeding will be on top, so if we do have cool nights, we're going to have cool nights for another 2 or 3 weeks here in New Hampshire. So, what else did I want to say? The other thing I've noticed was every one of these, the queen was not released in the Mini-Nucs. And I really think that was because it wasn't enough bees. If you look at my big one, the candy was gone. What happens, I should explain this. In the cage, in here, let me get a cage. I think I have one right here. So the queens come in this cage, and at the end, see there's a little hole in there? You can't really tell on this one, but this is filled with candy. That hole is filled with candy. In the hive that I put the entire package in, the bees ate the entire amount of candy, and the queen was released and gone. In these Mini-Nucs, the queens were all still in there, and I think it was because there's just not enough bees to get this queen out of there. So what I did was I just ripped the screen off, and I just let the queen go in the hive there, in each one of the three. So now the queens are released in the hives. Like I said, the other one, there's no problem. The queen was out and going. I didn't take the time to look for her just because I said it's just too cold to mess around in there. I just want to make sure that they were out. She was feeding. Still upset about that one dying, but I guess that's the adventures of being a beekeeper, right? I think that's it. The big hive is doing well. I tried to take a little bit of a video. Sorry about the quality of the video because I was trying to do it quick with one hand and show you where the queen was. I hope you got a little bit out of that one. Alright, I'm not going into these hives for a week. Unless it gets a little bit warmer. It's supposed to be 60. They keep saying it's supposed to be 60, but it's not getting to 60. It's only 50s. I think we're supposed to have like 75 to 90% cloud cover for the next 7 days. So I will just keep an eye on these. I can pop in next time I go in. I'll pop in and show you how the feeding system works. Hopefully I'll have the pollen here by then, and I'll make the pollen patties and put them in here for these bees. And then we'll go from there. But probably won't go in for at least another 5 days into these Mini-Nucs. Alright, thanks a lot.